Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we are playing some DUNE Awakening. We've been playing this since last Friday, and I got just about 20 hours in, and man, I have a lot to say about it. You know, it's really tickling the MMO muscle in my brain that nothing really has in a long time. It really does remind me of a mixture, really, of MMO, questing, and story. It does have a great story so far, and let me see if I know what level I am. If we look at our character, I'm a level 31. Now, that, I know I'm not very high. We actually have a lot of quests that we need to do on the normal storyline, but we've been just like hanging out. And so what I wanted to do was kind of share some things that I learned in my first 20 hours playing the game. And it's been a wild ride. Really, the first thing that I want to talk about is taking your time. Like, I feel like there's so many videos of people that just want to get going, get to max level, and get to all this other stuff really quickly. And I had very good advice from my buddy Brett about this game, which is to level up, just follow along with the quests, the mainline quest. It's going to level you up, but what this does, it actually teaches you more about the game as well. So the more that you just follow along with the quests, the more that you do some of these quests, like research this armor, that kind of thing, it really is going to teach you more and more about the game and get you off on a better foot. Let's just say, if you're riding around the Dune Sea, for instance, there are sandworms. There are sandworms, and you can get in some major trouble. Actually, I did lose all of my gear that I had on me. And oh, looks like I'm getting shot up by these guys. I unfortunately made my base right next to this encampment. So let me just take them out really quick. This game actually has really good climbing mechanics, in my opinion. It's very sticky, very easy to use, but again, it's tickling this MMO discovery fascination that I have. But at the same time, you have mechanics like this, which is third-person action, third-person shooter. And then you can get into, you know, third-person action with melee. So you can do some stuff like this. You know, so I'm actually having a really, really good time with this. And it's actually been a wild ride trying to learn all this stuff. I'm probably gonna die right here, unless I start shooting. Oh, nope, not the best. See, I'm not the best at sword fighting yet, but still trying to get a handle on it. Ooh, this person's different. Luckily, that person didn't have a shield, but this, I've had such a great time with this. Oh my god, they respawned! No! Oh my goodness. That was hilarious. I did not expect them to respawn like that really quickly. Let's see if we got another gun. I do. I got another gun right here. Oh, looks like we got a shielded person. Bada boom. We got that mechanic down pretty well. I do enjoy this weapon a lot, the rifle. I know there's more and more guns and weaponry that you can unlock and discover later on, but this thing, seriously, it is a precision weapon, and you can see me taking them down that quickly rather than the other weapon I was using. Oh, it's just so much better. So if you want to get to a good spot, honestly, where I'm at, where I have these, you know, better guns, better weapons at this point, I'm probably higher level than the area I'm in, but really, I would say do the quest if you want to get some good stuff, but at the same time, take your time, you know, enjoy discovering new places, enjoy going around the map. Again, with the MMO aspect of it, I've actually had a really good time just meeting people. So I had a funny conversation with one of my neighbors next door. Cool.
Hi. Because you just killed me. Yeah. Say it's starting to get a little busy over here now. The granite or the there's a few nodes around here. Some behind my house too, on the other side near another guy's house. So around. Yeah, nice to meet you.
By the way, he's done some amazing room additions right there. He's changed his base a lot, and my place is still basic, let's just say the least. But really, you can just hop on your level 1 hog and really just cruise around. Once you get to a certain point, you can really just go. So my biggest thing of advice is enjoy the early stage, enjoy the discovery of all this stuff, because when I was playing World of Warcraft back in the day, oh god, freaking long time ago, that was a sandworm. There he is. Crazy stuff in here, man. That's awesome. Look at that. Look at that. So when I was playing WoW early on, I remember just trying so hard to get to max level, or at the very least level 60 to get a mount. This game gives you a mount still very early on, so you're able to run around, and it may be tough for the first couple levels, but once you get to this basin, the game really does open up. And this first mount that you get, this trike, it's a lot of fun to drive. And I will say I'm playing it after the 1.0 release, so I was playing it early on and it was having some server issues, but right now I've been playing for maybe an hour or so, and I've had zero problems with my server. Everything has been doing really well, really steady as of right now. Of course, that could change at any moment, but you know, you can just drive around and you can like discover some camps, you can discover some neighbors, you can discover some other enemies, some other types. You can see all this stuff laying around. This is all resources that you can pick up. So it really is a mixture of MMO and then the survival games that like Valheim, or you know, a bunch of other ones. What's the other one? Ark Survival, that kind of thing. I'm gonna die. So here's the other portion. I died. Oh my goodness. That's hilarious. I died. Well, that's not something I expected at all. The other cool thing is you have these abilities actually, depending on what kind of class you pick. So I'm a technological and smart person, I guess. So I forgot what they're called. I'm dying right now. So I can place down actually a turret, and this turret's gonna help me a lot. I died again. But we can revive, so it's all good. That was actually a lot tougher than I expected, so it's kind of funny. But I will say that the resource management, the resource picking up of everything, it's actually quite easy. There's abundance of resources, at least in this area. So you have a lot that you can pick up and use and craft. So the crafting too, it's very similar to other games that you've played before. But, you know, you can just boop, and then you start making some stuff. So what I will say is, like I said, well, before, is this mount, it really does get you across the planet in a speedy manner, and it's fun to drive, and it's actually pretty responsive. So what I was thinking though was, you can really discover like that group right there. You can see these dead bodies right here. There's some really cool landmarks and places that you can go, including up. The climbing aspect actually is very useful. And I've been able to climb some really high peaks, and that's actually important for setting out probes, for probing the landscape, so that way you can discover other places as well. And you can see actually I've driven around in some places, and there's actually some really cool spots that, like, look at this guy for instance. Speak of the devil, look at this guy. This is actually somebody's home. He's been building in this area, and he's one of my neighbors. So you can actually take, you know, aspects from what they're building. Look, he's right there. He's right there. Shh, right, he's right there. You can look at what other people are doing. You can, you know, befriend them. Look at this places. Oh my God. This is awesome. So you really are getting a mixture of MMO, questing, gathering resources, you know, kitting out your character the way that you want, with the abilities that you want. And then you have the other aspect, which is like survival, base builder type things. And it's freaking cool, man. It's freaking cool. I'm having a great time with it. Let me beat this guy up. Bada bing. You're dead. So again, my biggest thing is I wish that I would take more time to really enjoy the experience, really enjoy the world, and just have a good time. It really is, it's awesome. You know, with this mechanic, you can actually, water is a resource. So you can drain their blood and then go back into your base and then transfer that blood into water, make it into water. So that's the only resource that you really have to deal with, that and health. Of course, you have a stamina while climbing or dodging, and that's the green bar at the very bottom. So there's a couple of different resources, and there's also energy that you have to do, but it's not like, you know, it's not a Tarkov, it's not a warrior needs food badly or anything like that. But really, this game does give you abundance of freedom to really build into the landscape, to really make your own homestead almost, I believe, anywhere you want. I mean, from what I've heard, again, I haven't looked up anything, so a lot of the stuff that I'm discovering on my own, which is really a fun part. But the further out into the landscape that you go into, the more wild it is. And there's actually a storm that actually attacks your bases every week and clears them out, except for Haga Basin. So I'm not sure if they were saying, like, maybe I should rebuild my base down here into Haga Basin, because I think this thing's about to get taken out. So I'm gonna have to look that up, and maybe I'll have to remake my base, because that's not good. That's not good if we're gonna lose all of our stuff here. But of course, also sunlight. You can start losing hydration very quickly if you're not on your mount and you're just hanging out and you don't have a still suit or heat protection. The still suit comes in handy because it has a reservoir of liquid that you can then drink. So that's what a still suit does, but otherwise you can have canteens, you can have other things in your pocket. If you don't want a still suit, you can actually just use armor, and then you can have canteens. So yeah, really, I've just been having a blast here, learning the basics of the game, adventuring, discovering new places, the landscape, and actually, my character was swallowed up by a worm, which was sad. I lost everything with the character. It was so freaking sad. I was so pissed. I thought I was in a good spot, but the game did give me the ability to restart again, to earn back what I lost. And it did take me maybe an hour or so to get back to where I was before I lost all my stuff from the sandworm, and it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. So the next time that happens, I won't be too pissed, because there's, like I said, a bunch of resources that you can gather and use at any time. You just gotta go and get them. And it may take a little bit of time, but that's half the fun. That's half the fun. Just don't get swallowed up by a sandworm, and you'll be all good. We'll say the game does look beautiful on my computer as well. I think it looks gorgeous, especially at night. And at night, you can see the Sadu car patrolling, almost like it's a Grand Theft Auto patrol, and then they start coming after you. It's been really crazy, and that's the other cool part, is that the world is really. Oh my god. Oh my god, don't do it to me live. Don't do this to me live. Don't do this to me live. Dude. You just saw it right there. Oh my god, it was so scary. I almost want to tempt fate just to have the worm show up, man. Look at that person's house. Like, really, I just want to spend hours just driving around, maybe even just yelling at people, see if I can get others to really react to me or talk to me, because some of them are kind of funny. They're kind of cool. That's really the MMO aspect. There's proximity chat. You can get into some funny conversations with people. And again, like, I discovered this steel plant. You can go up there and really explore the entire steel plant. There's enemies up there. There's loot boxes. Bunch of things to loot and discover. But again, I say, really, do what you want. This is an MMO. You can play what you want. If you want to go speedy, feel free to do so. If you want to go slow and explore, which I do suggest, enjoy all these moments, then you can do that too. You can re-roll characters, you can group up with friends, you can make new friends, and really, so far, it's a great time. It's a great time so far. Like I said, I'm about 20 hours in, which is insane to think. I think I played for 10 hours on Friday alone, then over the weekend, just a couple more times. But just cruising around, having a good time, and gathering some resources. Here's some... There you go. And that's how you gather a bunch of resources right here. You find these nodes. So it isn't really too insane of a mining time. Like, you know, I've been in some other games where you are mining forever, man. You've been mining resources for days just to get enough to build some stuff. And so far, you really can make do with what you have, and it's not too bad at all. But yeah, as we cross the other Dune Sea, as we go back home. But yeah, that's it for this one, you guys. I just wanted to talk about Dune Awakening a little bit because it is a blast. I'm having such a good time. Let me know your thoughts of Dune Awakening down below in the comments. Are you liking it? Are you not liking it? Did you get it on release? Did you start it early? Let me know down below. And if you liked the video, feel free to subscribe. Also, feel free to smash the like button. It really does help out the channel get pushed out to new people. And by the way, if you like the content so far, we stream live every Sunday and Wednesday on YouTube, Kick, and Twitch. Wednesday is our pop culture comic book nerdy show called The Poll List. And then Sunday nights is the Pixel Space, where we play some of the newest games and we hang out and have a great time. If you're interested, feel free to follow along there. Streams go live every Sunday and Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific. Would love to see you guys there. We'll definitely be playing some more as we go along, but hope you guys have a great one, and we'll see you next time.